Hi everyone, back into the gardening swing of things here on Callie Kim, and today is all about growing lettuce indoors. Now I've been hearing from a lot of you that it's very challenging right now to grow outside because you're dealing with snow or ice or cold, or here in SoCal we have been dealing with horrendous winds that have been making it very challenging to grow anything outside. Well, why not bring a little touch of your garden indoors? I love to do this with a little container of lettuce. So you can have those fresh salads all winter long no matter what the weather is outside. So it's super quick, simple, inexpensive to get one started. You can be harvesting it in about 2 to 4 weeks. So let's get the indoor garden party started, shall we? Now, if you're intimidated by growing something inside, I used to feel the same way, but it's really super simple. You can grow it right inside on a sunny windowsill or with a really easy, simple grow light setup. Now, don't let that scare you. I'll go over that at the end of the video. So to get started, you just need 3 things: containers, seeds, and soil. First off, containers. Don't go out and spend a lot of money for containers. Just look around your house and see what you already have. Makes it really, really easy and inexpensive to get started. So a few things I found around my house this morning that I've grown lettuce in before are these little produce containers that you buy produce in at the grocery store. Now the cool thing about these is they already have drainage holes in the bottom. You can grow a nice little small amount. They'll fit very well on a windowsill. It's a really easy way to get started. So the second thing that is a good idea to grow lettuce in is these little plastic shoe boxes that you can pick up from Target, Walmart, the dollar store. This one I actually had paint supplies in, but you could just poke holes in the bottom with a hammer and a nail and you are good to go. So the third thing that you probably have around your house is old meat trays. These I actually have used for years to put my pellets in, to start my seeds in, but just look around your house and see what you find. Now, if you want to get creative, you can buy something at a thrift store or at the dollar store. I love these little containers I got at the dollar store last year. Poked holes in the bottom with a hammer and nail and we are good to go. And these, you can see, they look so cute on a windowsill, and they even make nice little centerpieces or gifts for your friends. So the second thing you're going to need are some seeds. Now you might already have seeds in your seed collection. I know a lot of you have been using my lettuce seed collection, which is a really great no-guess way to get started. There's 5 packets of lettuce seeds in here, and I really tried to include some pretty varieties that are colorful, have a lot of texture to them, so that your lettuce looks really beautiful as it grows. Because it's all about good food, but it's also all about looking pretty, right? For your lettuce to look pretty. So a couple of varieties that I have growing right here are this red romaine, and these are all in my lettuce seed collection. I love this. Aren't these gorgeous red lettuce leaves? And then the Paris Cause is another really nice lettuce. It's nice and firm, holds up to salad dressings, and it's also heat tolerant if you want to grow it in the summer as well. Now a new one that I have in here is called the red salad bowl, and I absolutely love this variety. It's a beautiful, nice, ruffly leaf. I mean, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And these make absolutely beautiful salads. So I have those 3 in my lettuce seed collection, and also 2 other really nice lettuces that you're going to enjoy growing indoors. So that's the seeds. We've got our containers, we've got our seeds. The third thing you're going to need is some soil. Now do not go out to your backyard and dig up some garden soil and bring that inside to grow in. Please don't do that. Number one, you're going to maybe bring in some unwanted pests and little flies that might infest your house. We definitely don't want that. But you also want a really nice, light, fluffy soil to grow your indoor plants. And outdoor garden soil can tend to be a little heavy, and it will make your seeds really hard to germinate. Now, one of my favorite indoor potting mixes is the Good Dirt potting mix. I've used this for several years, absolutely love it. It's full of great nutrients, and you can see here, it's just nice and light and fluffy, really helps the seeds germinate fast, and it retains water like crazy, so you don't have to water quite as often. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to pre-moisten my soil here in this container. So I'm just going to pour a little bit more of the Good Dirt indoor potting mix in here. And by the way, guys, Al and Susie at Good Dirt are such wonderful folks that they offer my viewers here a 10% discount at good-dirt.com, and just use the code Callie Kim. You can get a 10% discount on this indoor potting mix, on their outdoor potting mix, or on their Good Dirt plant food. All wonderful products that I've used and tested in my garden. So I'm just going to pour some water here in this little container. I'm going to stir it up so that all the water absorbs into this beautiful potting mix. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just nice and light and fluffy. I absolutely love good dirt products. They work so, so well. So actually this got a little bit too wet, so I'm going to add a little bit more soil just to moisten it up a little. You want it to be, or to dry it out a little, you want it to be about the consistency of a crumbly brownie mix. So if it's too wet, just do like I did and add a little bit more soil. And we're going to plant our lettuce seeds today in this little plastic shoe bin. So that'll be a lot of fun to see some lettuce growing in here and to have some nice fresh salads. So it is really important that you pre-moisten your soil before you plant your seeds. That way your soil is nice and moist and your seeds have the moisture they need to be able to germinate quickly. So we're going to stir this around so there's no more dry spots in the soil. This is looking good. Just about the consistency of a crumbly brownie mix. It's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and plant in our plastic container. Now any container you plant in, you want to make sure there's holes in the bottom. So this container does not have holes. So I'm going to grab my hammer and a nail and pound maybe 5 or 6 holes in the bottom of this container. Now with these plastic containers, they do tend to crack like this. So I've got some holes in the bottom of my container. You can see it's a lot easier to poke holes in a metal container. But again, don't worry about it if your plastic container cracks, because the main thing you're concerned about is that you have drainage for your plants so they don't get waterlogged. So let's get our container here filled up with soil, and we get to do the favorite part after that, and that's planting the seeds. Now for the fun part, planting the seeds. Now I like to plant a variety of lettuces in my container because it makes it look so pretty, don't you think? This one here has the Paris Cause, the red romaine, and the salad bowl. So I am going to plant today the red romaine, salad bowl, and then a prize head, which you guys are going to absolutely love. It has a really pretty red and greenish tinged ruffly leaves. It's going to be so pretty growing inside. So in this little shoebox container, I'm actually going to plant 3 rows of lettuce. So it's going to be nice and full and give you a nice amount of lettuce to make those tasty salads. So first off, we've got the red romaine. So you can see the seeds here are super tiny. This is the red romaine right here. So what I'm going to do is just sprinkle one little row along the edge of the container here, and don't worry too much about spacing. I'm sprinkling the seeds fairly lightly, but you can always go back and thin out the seeds as they grow. So in the middle is where I'm going to plant my prize head. This is an absolutely tasty, tasty green and holds up really well to salad dressings. Those garden fresh salads are so delicious and so beautiful, aren't they? So I'll just sprinkle another little row right down the middle of my container here. You can taste the fresh greens now. Now the cool thing about growing salad indoors too is you can harvest it in about 2 to 4 weeks, so it's really fast from seed to harvest, and then you can plant successive crops every couple of weeks. So that way you can have those salads all winter long. So this here is the salad bowl, and this is so pretty. It's this ruffly red salad right there. It'll kind of spill over the edge, that's why I'm planting along the edge. Sprinkling in the seeds. Now that I have my seeds planted, I'm just going to very lightly sprinkle it with some additional potting mix. And don't cover it too heavily because the seeds are super, super tiny. If you put too much soil on top, it's going to take longer to germinate. And we want these babies popping up right away so we can get to eating those fresh, tasty salads. Okay, that should do the trick. And the last thing I'm going to do here is just use a spray bottle to lightly mist my seeds. You don't want to dump a bunch of water on top of them because that will disturb the seeds I just planted. So we'll lightly mist it, and then we're going to keep this soil nice and moist, checking on it every day, misting with a spray bottle if the top of the soil turns a light brown color. and it should germinate within 3 to 5 days. Now that we have our lettuce seeds planted, they're going to need some light to grow into those tasty salads. So you have a couple different options when it comes to light. First off, if you have a sunny windowsill that gets about 4 to 6 hours of direct sunlight a day, just pop this baby in that windowsill and watch it grow. Now, I do like to have a little bit more of consistency when it comes to light, so I like to set up indoor grow lights. Don't let that scare you. This one is the super simple setup. It's just one of those clamp lights that you can purchase at any hardware store. And then I also purchased a grow light bulb, or a light bulb that's specifically designed for growing seedlings. And I do have a more detailed grow light video. I'll pop a link to that right above so you can go and watch that video and know exactly how to get some indoor grow lights set up. So for this one here, you can actually clamp it onto a shelf or a cabinet, so you can set this right on your countertop. Or if you want a freestanding situation, here, this is just a gallon jug filled halfway with sand. I've got a PVC pipe stuck in here just to give it some stability. Can clip it onto here and put your tray directly underneath it, turn your light on, and that'll be perfectly adequate for your lettuce. Now you do want your plants to be no more than 1 to 2 inches away from the light at all times. Otherwise they get a little bit leggy and they're not very strong plants. So the nice thing about this setup is you can move the light bulb up and down the PVC pipe as your lettuce grows. That's pretty much all there is to it. It's really very simple. And I'll put links to all the supplies I used in this video down in the video description. It's super quick, simple, and inexpensive to get lettuce growing indoors no matter what the weather is outside, so that you can be harvesting some fresh, tasty greens all winter long. Head to my website, calikimgardeninghome.com, pick up my lettuce seed collection, get some lettuce planted today. Comment below, let me know if you'll be growing lettuce indoors this winter. I'd love to hear how your indoor garden is growing. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.